Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We are back with Great Britain and we just took a chunk of land from Castile, including some colonies, which will hopefully allow us to form Canada. We also have yet another coalition, so we're in the process of trying to persuade everyone not to kill us. And yeah, that's about all there is to it. We're once again on 0 manpower, so probably not going to be attacking anyone this time. Ooh, can make our second claim on Florence, which is good. We can get the diplomat back and get back to playing nice with all the other countries. Okay, Gaelic mercenaries, cool, let's go with that. 35 we need for the next one. Got very low legitimacy, but we knew that, didn't we? That was because we changed dynasties, which is fair enough. Right, whom do we want to improve relations with? I suppose Friesland could be an option. Milan, have we done Milan? I have a feeling we're doing them. Yeah. Just they're pretty big. Aragon, not going to get anywhere with Aragon. Dortmund, I thought we'd already done them. Münster, okay. Can improve relations with Münster. Cologne, I think they're an elector as well. Which doesn't really make a lot of difference to us, as in they're, you know, one of the people who elects the next emperor. But they're not likely to elect us, although Salzburg, oh no, they're even less likely. So yeah, I would say let's just check. Okay, skill 3 theologian, and it gives us prestige, which we could use. Okay, corrupt viceroys. I will risk the inflation by taking action. Let's use them as you would have and gain the prestige, and I might even get the cheaper +3 theologian, because I think we can actually afford him. So that's good. That's irrelevant to us. Castile's making claims on us already. Make a national decision. Oh yeah, this is because advancement of religion. So yeah, that gives us more powerful missionaries, which is actually useful now. Lost claim on Friesland and Holland. So we need to remember to remake those in time. Okay. Right, so despite all that work on our missionaries just there, we cannot do any more missionary work. But we'll still leave it for a bit. Right, we need to move across to the new colony. And you should probably head back down to Easter Island so we can start exploring. Now we've got pirates somewhere. Oh no, we haven't, we're still at war. I keep forgetting, yeah, we're still involved in this darn war against the Ottomans. Not that we're doing anything, but France is helping. And I think some of these are counted as being occupied by us. So I suppose in theory we could even consider pulling out early. that interesting, having sovereign states released. Can we claim something? Looks like I might actually be able to get some land from them, potentially. So Munster's already positive with us. We just pull our diplomat back. Obviously the Commonwealth isn't really going to like that, but hey, that's interesting. Right, so we're going to need to call that now as well. But, yeah, we have oh good, people are leaving the coalition, which is good considering we just claimed a bit more land, although it's nowhere near them. It had not actually occurred to me that we could claim some land all the way over there. Definitely going to need to build a castle on it, but that could come in handy. We can start making claims on the Ottomans and other claims on Aragon now. Okay, so they didn't start leaving the coalition immediately after we started a new session this time, but they are indeed leaving it. So that's good. I think that leaves 2. 1. Just Burgundy now. They're in a coalition on their own. Well, I can't say I'm too worried. Okay, if that's the case, I'm going to make a claim on Utrecht again, because we no longer have one, and Burgundy has left it as well. Cool. Probably not going to attack anyone soon anyway. And we've lost an advisor. Okay, so what can we afford now? Because we could do with upping the types of advisors we get. Right, we still don't have... Yeah, you see, that's probably a bit much. +2, so let's just go on the round of navies and we'll start exploring. French Liberty Desire is getting a bit high. To be fair, that's probably more to do with the size of our armies. So as once our manpower recovers, the French Liberty Desire should go down. I'm guessing all of those nations, as well as being in a coalition, started embargoing us. Oh, Sweden has risen up against Denmark. This is another thing that we need to do, is make claims on Norway. I know we've already got some. Norway's only ally is Pomerania, whereas we can get Austria on our side. Okay, I'm really not sure I can ignore that one. Just thinking. You look at the size of Norway and Pomerania. I mean, Pomerania is the big one, and we could get all 3 of these islands in theory. Our oh, good grief, I've forgotten how much of a hit our navy had taken. Yeah, we really need some new ships. I'm just wondering if we want to wait for the next technology level. Nope, apparently there isn't one coming. Right, so at the very least we want enough ships to carry an entire army. So An entire army when it's full is 2232. Okay. And we have, looks like 17 transports, so we need another 15 at the very least. Right, let's not risk waiting any longer. I can pull Austria into it. Austria can probably do a lot of the work, honestly. I just don't want to miss the opportunity because it looks like Norway has broken free of Denmark. Denmark's busy with Sweden, and they're probably never going to be weaker than this. So we can just take these 3 islands quickly. Oh, that's Norway as well. Brilliant. I was actually thinking our best bet might be to actually land on the mainland of Norway, rather than worrying about going up here. But yeah, it's just seems like a good opportunity despite our terrible manpower. And of course France will help as well. If I move our ships there, we can probably use them to hop across from island to island. I don't know how powerful Norway's navy is going to be. Okay, we've been asked for a new tariff. There don't seem to be any drawbacks to that. I think I will, yeah, go ahead with it. Good. Need to think about making some castles everywhere that's a bit vulnerable. Maybe it's a bit soon, to be fair. Okay, stability's on 0 as well. We're boosting that when we get the chance. Yeah, we're not ready for the castles yet. Okay, let's improve relations with Austria because we are rather depending on them. And the Commonwealth, because you never know when we might need them. Yeah, Norway are in even more dire straits than we are. Okay, right, so let's... Oh, what's our best bet? Should we take these 2 lands as well? Maybe we should. I'm just worried about the navy. Just thinking if we get a decent sized army onto mainland Norway, the Navy wouldn't be able to stop us then. But at the same time, realistically, no one's going to be able to stop Austria either. So, or France. So both of them put together. Ah, brilliant. Actually, does it matter? Well, if nothing else, it'll give us some papal influence, which has gone up immensely since we were last excommunicated. I'm not going to do stability because we're quite low on stability anyway, so it doesn't cost as much. Do diplomatic reputation, and I might actually do the sanctioned dynasty this time because our legitimacy is so very low. So that should help. Okay, brilliant. Right. So from there, well, let's play it safe and we'll make a colony here. Just thinking I don't want to get locked out of there either. And now that we're in Florida, we can bring our ships down to move them across. Need to click on the actual island so it goes to port and doesn't sit there waiting. Right, so it looks like Portugal have managed to make headway into Louisiana, which is not worrying in itself because we still have our own colonies there, but they're also have quite a presence in Mexico. Oh, good grief. Right, we're going to need to do something about this. Okay, well you move across there, and I am going to go and pick up this army, which I'm going to give a leader, probably the Conquistador. And I'm going to go and put this down. Yeah, so we probably shouldn't have worried about that because it's about to become, I think, a colonial nation, hopefully. Yeah, we just waited for Halifax. So actually, we probably will need to put them down anyway, though. It's quite a lot to ask. A brand new nation. So we're in the middle of a war, but let's just head over there anyway. That's in Friesland. Okay, we could do with making a claim in that case. Who's this? Pomerania. I would love you to make peace. No problem at all. Happy to have some more money. Badly needed. Okay, well, I'm going to fabricate a claim on Utrecht. And actually realise we could claim more stuff. I'm going to stop there anyway because we've been discovered. Let's start on Holland. I don't even know why I want these lands anyway. They're only going to have uprisings. Right, I've taken all of Iceland now, so that's something. To give us one thing, so not worth stopping the war just yet, especially because I'd be half tempted to take Iceland as well. Probably won't. In fact, if I was going to take something I didn't have a claim on, I'd probably go for something in mainland Norway, because that would mean we could then make further claims. That I might consider. apparently that isn't enough to form a colonial nation. Oh no, it is. Brilliant. Okay, let's just pause for a sec. Right, so we formed Newfoundland. Not Canada. Maybe Canada was a French name. And we have separatists. And we have more separatists. And we have a load of colonialism. Right. I don't know if we have enough power to take down those separatists. Okay. Let's grab you and take you to Norway. Although it does look very much like we're not actually needed. But I suppose we should show willing. And let's take, hang on, let's not take all of those because some of them are trade ships. We need to be careful anyway because there may be Norwegian boats in the water. Okay, brilliant. Anyway, so Newfoundland we have made. Let's improve relations with them first. We're going to start subsidising them. But that is a new colonial nation. But if we subsidise them enough, they may start colonising themselves. And will hopefully start spreading out. Right, do we have any claims on Aragon? We do not. I don't think we did. Let's start a spy network there. So we succeeded there, that's good. Might be worth grabbing them and taking them down to deal with the other rebellion. Oh, okay, peace offer from Norway. They will give us all 3 of those lands. I am actually thinking that I would like just one other piece of land. Okay, hang on, what's going on? More Catalonian separatists, right, fine. Definitely need to pick up the other army. That's not good. Oh no, that's fine. As long as we've got that piece of land. Yes, of course. And they're still not willing to make peace. Well, they're still not willing to give us that land that we have no claim on, which is understandable. Might just take us down to 0 money. Oh, right, I see. So we don't have any kind of castles in that area, I think, is the problem. Any other forts connected by land? Right, fair enough, so we don't really have any option, so we should probably just accept what we can get. So if we stop improving relations with Austria, I just move over to Burgos. Oh well, at least we got those 3 islands now. It's West Indies. Okay, that's probably okay. I hope. Better keep an eye on them there. Burgundy's inherited the throne of Brabant. Okay. Suppose that was a bit inevitable. How much money do we have at the moment? Right, we can afford plus 10. So let us start subsidising them for a lot. Because I'm hoping, that's for 10 years by default. Okay, well you can probably go back overland. Send you back to Antwerp. And then hopefully once this is done with, we can reunite you. Looks like they're healing actually. Portugal wants an alliance. I am not keen because they're just going to pull us into a war, which we won't be able to accept. So I think it's just safe as decline now. Okay, brilliant. Less brilliant. Okay, you go and deal with that and I'll use the other. Allow me to deal with this one. Oh, grief. Right. That's what we get for having too many wars. Still got war exhaustion. Makes all the rest more likely. And also, we really do need to boost our stability. Right, anyway. In the meantime, let's build some castles. So we're going to build bastions this time, which are the best castles we can have. We can't build them because we don't have any free build slots, I'm guessing. Okay, so I put some diplomatic power in. Military. No, apparently we just can't build buildings there for some reason. I don't actually know why. Interesting. Okay. How about here? No possible buildings. Still not sure why. Oh, it isn't cored yet. Right. But Corfu's cored. Interesting. Okay. Might need to put an army there. I was planning to build a third army anyway. We're going to need one in Africa on a more or less permanent basis. Maybe once we've put down some uprisings or something, it'll become possible to build. send you down there, because you are half of this army up here. Just looking for the navy there. Okay, cool. Right. So yeah, I think that was worth doing, even though it gave us a bit more unrest and obviously held back the manpower even further. Let's do some spying on Castile as well. And at this point we could probably even spy on Portugal, in case they join in another war on Castile's side. We can't reach Portugal themselves, but I think there's some colonies that are next to us, so we can at least reach them. Okay, great. I guess we'll just keep an eye out for uprisings in those areas. How are we doing here? Okay, you seem to be doing pretty well. So yeah, I think we are going to need to make a colony in Mexico, which is going to be interesting. Okay, what we've got are royal monopolies. Oh, Elizabeth's popularity. So we can lose a bit of money and we will gain a bunch of benefits. I think it's worth it, actually. And we should rebuild our navy. So how are we in terms of force limit? Okay, we've only got room for 3 more ships in theory, which is fine. So let's build 3 galleons. These bring us up to the force limit and make us a little bit more powerful. I'm thinking, seeing as we seem to have a lot of money at the moment, we should... Well, there's a few options, actually. I was going to say we should improve our castles, but I'm wondering about manufactories now. Just have a look at the mission tree again. Our next mission is build manufactories. We have 12, and also at some point we're going to have an institution for manufactories. Not yet. So we could do with having them spread throughout our land. We could certainly do with having one in Antwerp, where it looks like we already do, and in London, but there are quite a few places where we don't already have them. Some of which would be very valuable places to have them. So we may as well try to fulfill that mission by making a bunch. Oh, and I spotted how valuable the one would be in Cork. Yeah, a bit less valuable down here, unfortunately. Okay, castles. Good grief, they lost no time. Not complaining though. Definitely want royal marriages with Commonwealth, seeing as we share a dynasty, I think. So, make a bastion there, that's good. It's very valuable, and also we're likely to have uprisings. It's still not remotely clear why we can't build a bastion here. But then, I don't often take land this far away either. I wonder if it's because we've got a missionary working there. That's probably it. Because we've already sent a missionary, we can't. March 1596, yeah, that's going to take way too long. Right, let's cancel that. Let's build a castle instead. Because once we've got a castle, it'll make more sense to do the conversion. Okay, brilliant. That's not so bad. A bit more exploration, and while we're at it, let's make some claims. I think claim here again. Aragon. Well, I can actually start claiming from this side on Aragon now. So that's good. Okay. Friesland. Okay, cool. Might be able to get a colony out of them as well. So, are you still at war? You are, but it must be going reasonably well. At least they haven't taken any of your land, so that's something. Okay, Newfoundland. So it looks like they've got a couple of colonies going, so that's good. This is what we want, this is why we are... Ah, the culture's English, that's good. So it won't be a minority anymore, hopefully. But yeah, that's why we're subsidising them, because we want them to grow bigger. Once they get to 10 provinces, we shouldn't have to anymore. But certainly for now, it is worth keeping them subsidised. Okay, brilliant. Progress. Head back. Well, this is good. We have some new islands. So, yeah, we can keep spreading west this way. Looks like Easter Island's a very good way to go. You can head directly west from there. Keep taking areas. Still, I'm actually wondering if we should do Mexico next, or theoretically that should be the North American group. Right, brilliant. What else are we going to do? We need to relocate this army. Hang on. Okay, so we've fulfilled an agenda. And we formed a new nation of British Columbia, which is excellent. Let's just take you over to this colony. We're lucky there hasn't been an uprising yet. So ideally we would really like to subsidise them as well. Let's see. Okay, we have a diet. Commercial presence, poor regard of the Pope, and depletion of manpower. I would love to do something for the nobility, simply because they are the least loyal at the moment. But then, how much are we going to expect? 50%? Actually, 50% isn't that bad. Let's go with that. And I think, as usual, we probably want to unite the colonies and gain population, which has made it large enough to become self-sustaining, which is good news. and we really need to discover some stuff. So I'm wondering if we should make another Florida colony. Oh yeah, that was that nice little Milentus, wasn't it? So I'm going to need those ships again. And nope, we haven't built the manufactories. We must have done something else. Oh right, settle in America. Yeah, fair enough. That's good. We've gained a conquistador, which means we now have too many leaders. Colonize the Caribbean, we've done that. American trade, we've also done that. So 3 missions in one go. Okay, not too worried about the conquistador. I won't be surprised if one of our generals dies soon anyway. So we do have some lands discovered. I'm just thinking I'd like to get one that's definitely Mexico and not California. So maybe down here, also maybe next to these nations. So that we could potentially attack them. I would say send someone to organise a response, because that causes the least damage to our ability to grow the colony. This is bugging me. Oh, there you are. Right. Yeah, maybe I should be sending these ships down there to deal with you. Let's uncover this area first. And then head back, because then we've got a clearer run. Actually, no, let's head back now, because we are getting damaged. And it's amazing how quickly that can turn into a problem. Okay. We can now claim Amsterdam as well, which is good. Let's have lots of claims all over the place. Right, it sounds like the Pope doesn't like us, so... No, actually, I don't think they're too bad. Let's improve relations anyway. Although we do want to improve relations with our new colonial nation too. Portugal. What can we make a claim on? Well, the main one I was thinking was down here. So this is actually a colonial nation. I thought if we could take a couple of these lands at least. Actually, we could even take that land as well. Right, brilliant. What else? Need a new explorer on this ship. And we will send you over here because we need to transport those soldiers. And yeah, we need to do far too many things. You have a conquistador, so I really want to send you up the coast and discover a place in Mexico that we can land. And make a new colony. Doesn't mean we're probably going to be holding off down here a little longer, which isn't ideal. Okay, corrupt viceroys, let us take action. Does give us even more inflation, which is not good news. But we're managing. We're still managing. Heresy. Okay, theologian argued with the bishop. So we either accept that or we fall out with the Pope. I'm not going to risk it, honestly. It's unfortunate because he was a +3 theologian, but I just don't think it's worth the risk right now. In fact, we do need as much money as we can get for subsidising. So I might even go with a +1 advisor. You don't need to heal that badly. So let's load you up, send you up the coast. There, one of the generals has gone. So we're no longer getting a penalty for having too many leaders. I did figure it wouldn't be long because I don't think we've had one die on us this session. Right, so I'm actually thinking this land here. Just because I can see Portugal's growing in this area. So even though this is technically our South American colonist, I'm having enough trouble discovering it and getting someone over here that it just seems worth it. Okay, lost our claim on Toledo, that's fine. We can make some new claims on Castile. In fact, in a lot of ways, I'm more interested in making claims on their colonial possessions now. Maybe one per area would be good. Nope, one of the galleons is built. Hopefully the others will not be too far behind. Austria's a paper controller, that's not a bad thing, so we'll put a little bit in to becoming the next one. Okay. Well, that's not too bad because we're not about to go to war anyway. Okay, who's this? This is Corfu, right. Well, Corfu, I'm definitely lowering the taxes. I'm not sure if we have our castle in place yet. Well, I'm kind of sorry I lowered the taxes now. Ungrateful scumbags. Okay, let's send a ship over there. And how's our ship down here doing? They're fine, so let's finally get rid of this darn pirate. Because I'm really fed up of having got alerts saying our port is blockaded. Forgotten about the centres of reformation because we got rid of ours. Okay, right. Yeah, that one's been sorted. Let's send them back to Easter Island, where apparently we have now another pirate. That's what happens when you don't keep on top of them. Right, brilliant. That is looking good. Let us check our money. Right, so we probably can't do 10. I'm going to do 6.5. It's a little risky. I mean, it's costing us quite a bit. Especially because I think one of our colonies hasn't arrived yet, so we're probably going to go into mildly negative money. But at the same time, we want these colonies to spread. So can't be helped. Right, okay. Let's wrap this up. Claim there in Aragon, because if we take that we can then start making claims on Tunis. Castile, well, I would like to claim Zamora, simply because that will give us the ability to start making claims on Portugal as well as Castile. Portugal, I would like to make a claim on this land in Louisiana. I think that is pretty much it. I would very much like this ship to come down here so we can start exploring further. But apart from that, there's a supply limit in Corfu. 35. That's actually sufficient. Oh, brilliant! Okay, so we've just become the papal controller. That's going to give us some advantages. Let's put another 5 in. We've also just gained a couple of technologies. Should be dealing with that blockaded port. And we just self-sustained a port colony. I didn't even check which one. Probably this one. Okay, brilliant. So in that case, maybe it'd be better to just, because we haven't discovered any further areas, maybe we're better off just moving next door for now. That should be fine. Oh yeah, we've got 2 more ships. So let's just bring them down to join the main navy. Start converting Corfu. And I think that should be it for now. Right. Let's start winding up there. Okay, brilliant. So, yeah, it was mostly peaceful, but yeah, it just seemed like too good an opportunity to miss with Norway. Did Sweden manage to gain independence? Looks like it, because they've got their own allies now, so Denmark should be a lot weaker. Shame we're not closer, really. Need to look at attacking Holland. Maybe not. Okay, but that's not so bad. So yeah, we've taken the remaining British Isles. Here we have all of them now. We can't make claims in that direction, which is unfortunate, but we could make claims on Iceland, which would be good. We managed to form 2 new colonial nations, which we're now subsidising, spending most of our spare money on doing, but they will, in fact, there's a colony now, they will be expanding themselves, and if we get to 10 provinces, remember we do get an extra merchant for each one, which will make us a lot richer. So I think on the whole that's pretty good. We've found more islands out west, so we can keep heading westwards, and we've started on the west coast. So I think that is going pretty well. We need to keep exploring east and west. And keep spying. And once we've fulfilled our promise to the nobles to get 50% of our manpower, we will have to look at whom to attack next. So I would definitely like to head further up here, because we can get to Scandinavia. They're not part of the Holy Roman Empire. We have a map, so we could actually take much larger areas of land here. Interesting. Yeah, we still have a royal marriage with Portugal, don't we? We could probably improve relations with them again, at least temporarily. And maybe France as well. But yeah, I think that's good overall. We're pretty much going the way I was hoping we would. Now that we've started forming colonial nations, we use our greater wealth to get them on the feet, instead of having to do colonies for them. And that frees our colonists up to make new colonial nations. And rinse and repeat. So hopefully we'll end up being reasonably powerful, and then of course we'll just carry on bullying Portugal and Castile into giving them all of their colonies. And that should put us in a pretty good position. So yeah, good progress. Nothing terrible happened. Managed to avoid getting excommunicated again, and we survived the 5th coalition, which is good. I'm also pretty interested in this new taking of Corfu as well, because with the Commonwealth often attacking the Ottomans, it's probably worth us making some claims on the Ottomans, and it does give another avenue of an attack on Aragon as well. So might allow us to spread even further. But we are going to have to start using mercenaries as we get richer. So, I mean, we're already clocking up a fair bit of money at the moment. In fact, yeah, well, think about it. Let's just upgrade some of the more relevant castles. The ones actually on the borders. Okay, brilliant. Right, but I will leave it there for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.